And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jones, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Clock now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And at the 43-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 3.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits 3rd all-time in rush yards. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. He's 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Check, 59, 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing his Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. From the 27, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Block working out of the gun. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun snap to Lock. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will, as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Smith catches left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Working out of the gun, Cousins over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down, Minnesota.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the gun, it's Locke. Caught on the right side by Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 46
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd
and 3.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Locke. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go. Right there. 54.
Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 15 lining.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass intercepted.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tavon Austin. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings nothing.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Tomlinson on the
Now, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under 10, under 10, 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Crosby on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
With the score.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now from the 50. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
47's a mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Short throw to Smith. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Again, it's Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Cousins now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
After the The incompletion here, 2nd and 10 from the 20. A lot going to throw it here. He'll let it fly for Austin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together,